So in this week's reflective video, I'm talking about 3 interesting things that happened to me this week. First, I want to tell you guys about my first evening shift. The second thing is I want to tell you guys about this research project that I'm starting as an intern, and that could be really interesting. If you guys are interested in doing research projects on the side, I can talk about how to get into them and how to start them, and I'll update you on what I'm doing. And then third, most excitingly, is I had an app idea last night. Haha. And I haven't been working in startups for a little while and I'm feeling pretty inspired. So I'm going to start designing this app, but I need your help and I'll explain. So you have to stay until I talk about the app because I want to kind of ask for some help. So if you guys are keen to help me out on that, that'd be great. So let's get into it. But before we do, hello and welcome. My name is Sil, or Dr. Sil. I'm an intern in Sydney, Australia, currently working in a mental health rehabilitation unit. I'm very interested in mental health and psychiatry. I'm also interested in just, being a reflective practitioner and promoting reflective practice so that we can both, so that we can all just be more aware and live life with full attention and more meaning and all those positive things. So if that sounds good, please consider subscribing or leaving this video a like because that really helps the channel out, apparently. Alright, so let's begin. So I'm only allowed a bit of self-pity per week. I have an allotment and I'm going to use all of that allotment up on feeling very sorry for myself for what happened to me on Tuesday night. I was late to a game of tennis with my friends because as starting internship I've gotten a bit fat and I'm trying to do a bit of exercise to bring that back a bit. But anyway, didn't do any warm up, and my friend who never goes to see a doctor because he's a guy in his 20s and men in their 20s just never see GPs, was teasing me saying, you have to warm up before playing tennis, you're going to pull a muscle. And sure enough, I pulled my back and it was so painful. Lumbar strain is what it's called. And the next day, and even today, we're Sunday today, and this was on Tuesday, even today my back is really stiff and sore. I've been doing gentle stretching ever since. But that is just the prelude to what happened on Wednesday, which is I did my normal shift, my normal Wednesday at hospital, which was really busy and quite chaotic. And I had to do a clozapine clinic and I had to do all these other things on the ward, and everyone was sick and it was a lot of work. And then at 4:30 I get a call being like, where are you? And I'm like, who is this? And it was the hospital administrator saying that I was late to my evening shift, which I totally didn't realize I had because I put it in my calendar and I looked at my calendar and it's in my calendar, but I did not register it at all because I've been bad at monitoring my calendar. Anyway, I totally forgot about it and she's like, it's okay, no worries. She was very sweet, very calm, but she was like, you got to come start your shift. So with my lumbar strain, after a day of walking around and being very sore, I have to start my evening shift, which goes till about 10ish p.m. And so between bloody 4 p.m. and 10 p.m. I did an extra, I think like 11,000 steps, which, really didn't feel good on the old lower back. And it was my first evening shift. And I wanted to tell you guys a bit about it because I think it's interesting to kind of record these experiences, and a lot of people are thinking about what it might be like for them. So you might be one of those people. Now, I had a pretty average time. I kind of was looking forward to it. I was ready to get into gear and, use all my med skills to solve problems. But it was pretty daunting and very sobering. I realized how much I've forgotten since med school. I realized, how easy it is to forget to ask really important questions. And so it was also really unpleasant. And I'll explain all this. So, what happens is you get given a pager, you have a handover, and then you basically are on your own and you can call the senior doctor if you need help with anything. But you're just solving problems by yourself one at a time through this census task list. The problem is you're getting a call every couple of minutes, or you're getting a page every couple of minutes with a new job. It's really busy. And so you're in this constant state of reprioritization of tasks, which takes so much attention away from the task that you're doing at the time, which makes it really hard to do a good job. I'm still in this state of minimizing things. Like I keep saying, I just keep thinking that things are probably going to be okay. And sure enough, they probably are, but it's not healthy because sometimes they're not going to be okay. And so I have to take things more seriously. So that's what I'm working on at the moment. But, you know, you'd see a patient, you'd start documenting your review, and then you'd get a new beeper, you know, a new page saying that you have to go somewhere else because this patient is hypoxic and you need to see them within 5 minutes. And you're like, oof, like, all right, well, I'll go do that and then come back to this note. But then sometimes you forget the note and it's very chaotic. So you need a structure to keep track of your jobs and all that sort of stuff. But anyway, everyone says that your first evening shift is the worst and then it gets better. And I think I realized why. And it's because I had the mentality of the following things. First, I thought that I had to, and I thought that I could complete my to-do list, which I couldn't. And I was very happy to, I just handed a lot of things over because it just stays on the to-do list for the night doctor. And the night doctor does 9:30 p.m. to 8:30 a.m. So that's something I'm not looking forward to doing, by the way, which I'll make a video about when I have to do it. Anyway, yeah, so I didn't have to finish the to-do list, but I felt like I had to, so that was very stressful. And a lot of the jobs aren't actually that urgent, like recharting fluids or resighting a cannula, when the original cannula is fine. These kind of things don't need you to stop what you're doing and run over. So I think I'm still just learning how to reprioritize things. Anyway, so that is the first evening shift. I hobbled home at 10:30 p.m. Went to sleep 11, and then you start the next day at the normal during your normal hours, and that's fine. Like that's not that exhausting to do it once or twice a week. But if I was in like a surgery term where like it's pretty normal to stay back late and you have to do that every day, I don't know if I can do that because I love being home and I love life outside of a hospital. But anyway, we'll monitor. The second thing I wanted to share with you guys, just a quick update, is that I've gotten involved in a research project. Now, being involved in a research project in intern year is a really good idea, especially it buffs up your CV and it's a really good use of time and networking. I was fortunate enough to get involved in this project, and it actually came about by me kind of putting myself forward. And so I guess this is just a testament to advocate for people to put themselves forward when they're interested in things. Because I just overheard one of my registrars talking about their research project, and I just said, hey, look, I'm really interested in psych. Can I join? Is there a room for one more? And she said, yeah, sure. So put yourselves forward, and if it's a no, it's fine. And if it's a yes, all the better. So the project is about increasing the safety and quality of prescribing clozapine to community patients in mental health. And clozapine is an antipsychotic that's used in treatment-resistant schizophrenia, and it's a very effective drug with very rare but serious side effects or complications. So you have to monitor for those serious side effects or complications. And if there aren't any, then you can, then it's really effective and you can keep using it. So we're improving that monitoring process. Okay, finally, the app. Dun, dun, dun. So I'm giving a talk about being a reflective practitioner, and I'm going to be giving that to some uni students. And it got me thinking that actually there's I think there's a strong role for junior students being connected to junior doctors or senior doctors and developing mentorship or coaching relationships. And I'm interested in starting a bit of coaching and mentorship. So if any of you are interested in that, let me know. But anyway, I'm thinking in my mind's eye of a kind of marketplace that connects the students to the doctors. So I'm going to put an app together, and if you guys are interested, I really need to validate some of my ideas through phone calls and surveys. So I'll pin a comment down below with a link where you can register your interest and share your contact details with me. If you're a doctor or a student, that would both be really, really good. We also need doctors who, I want to validate whether doctors are interested in being mentors for junior students. So yeah, just trying to put that together slowly but surely. And I think it's got a bit of potential, and I haven't been able to find any other competitors. If you guys know of any kind of competitor, let me know. They always say third time's lucky, and this would be like my third enterprise. So fingers crossed that it actually creates some value for some people. Okay, that is it, guys. That's all I wanted to get off my chest. Thanks for listening. Really appreciate it. Wishing you guys all a wonderful, wonderful day full of happiness and love and all those good things. And I'll see you all in the next video. Bye for now.